Good morning, boys and girls. I am joining you again today for another writing lesson. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, and I'm going to kind of get us started with the next writing piece that we're gonna have over the next couple weeks. Let's start with, let me move this out of my way, whoops. So your writing piece for this week coming up is actually going to be an opinion writing piece. Today you have a pretest that you're going to be working on, so you don't need to worry about starting this until tomorrow. Your assignments this week are actually only quizzes that go along with the reading lessons. So we're going to start our plan for our writing, but it's not actually something you're going to submit. It's going to just be something you need to work on your own, and then the final writing piece will be submitted at the end of week 5. But in order to get that done, you need to kind of go through the steps. So the first thing I'm going to look at, let's see, hold on. I'm going to pull up our rubric, so we're going to start there again. So this is our rubric. So again, we want to kind of look at this before we start, so that way you know where you need to end up. It looks very similar to the endangered animal informational writing piece that you did. It's going to be 5 paragraphs just like that. You have to have a hook and a controlling idea. So we'll look at what we need. So right here in this first box, it says, I learned to organize my essay into paragraphs that include an introduction, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. So just like last time. I learned to clearly share my opinion using textual evidence and examples that respond directly to the writing prompt. So this is going to be an opinion writing piece. I wrote my hook and controlling idea that states my opinion in my introduction. I wrote 3 body paragraphs, each with a topic sentence, reasons, details, and a closing sentence. I wrote a restatement of the controlling idea that states my opinion and concluding statement in my conclusion. I used a variety of transition words. And then finally, the introduction and all your paragraphs indented, complete sentences, correct spelling, punctuation, and you have a title. So that's where we need to end up. And then I'm going to go back to our lesson for this week. So on this page here, it says, what is your opinion? It goes into what an opinion is. You guys should have already had experience this year with writing opinion pieces, so this shouldn't be new to you. There's a video for you to watch here. And then Atlas, who is a character in the story you're going to read this week, he has an example of what his opinion writing is going to look like. So I want to then go to, let's see, hold on. Oh, here we go. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is look at the next page, and it says you're going to think, decide, and explain. I'm not sure why this is so large. So this is where you're going to think about, it says, first, Atlas thought about what makes a good detective, and he records his ideas on a mind map. I will show you what I did for that. So let's look really quick at the story that you're going to use to get all of your ideas. So the story is called The Mystery of the Spooky House, and I have that pulled up right here. And so this is a story, it's actually quite similar. It reminds me of The Gasp and Garbage that we read at the beginning of the year with Nell and Drake. Atlas and Astra are brother and sister, though, instead of best friends, and they are detectives. So you're going to read this text, okay? And the lesson, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be writing an opinion piece of whether you think Astra and Atlas are good detectives and why. So as you're reading, make sure you highlight those. If you print this off, you can do it with a highlighter. If you just do it, if you download it and put it on as a PDF, you can highlight using the tool like I did. And I knew that I was looking for key details to show me if they're good investigators or not. So I was reading with that purpose. So I saw here this piece of text that says, "We can investigate the noises with you," Astra offers. So that was a detail that showed me they were ready to investigate. They seemed like they were excited to do it. She's saying it with an exclamation point. Then here's another piece of evidence that says, the Atlas says, "We love solving mysteries. They don't call us the great detective duo for nothing." And then he says, "I'm really curious about what's making those noises anyway." So that curiosity, just like Drake and Nell were curious. Here's another detail that supports that they're good detectives. That's some good information, but I think it's time to investigate, Astra says bravely. So this gives me a character trait about Astra that would also make her a good detective. She's brave. She says here they're about to investigate, and she says, "All right, I'll go first," says Astra. So this tells me she's eager to get into the attic where they're going to investigate. And then the little boy in the story says, "Must be nice to have nerves of steel, Astra." So it's pretty clear to the other character that Astra is very brave as well. And then here's another detail about Atlas. Atlas notices some strange dusty footprints and pulls out his magnifying glass to take a closer look. So here's evidence that shows me that they have tools to help them investigate, which all good detectives would have. Let me scroll through and see if there was anything else. Oh, and then at the end, I highlighted mystery solved. So that tells me that they solved the mystery. Now, I chose just a few things, but you can obviously highlight more than that. You're going to need to add details to back up your reasons of why they're good detectives. So then the next thing, let's see. I'm going to go back to, oh, this thing is in my way constantly. Let's see. So here is an example you can use that they gave you with the 5 paragraphs. With that is an opinion piece. I would be careful about reading this ahead of time because it might be hard then to come up with your own ideas if you read this. Maybe after you brainstorm your own ideas and reasons, maybe then go back and read this. But I'm worried that if you read this first, it's going to be hard for you to be unique with your own ideas. So just be careful of that. Here's also an organizer that they provide for you. That's an example of the hook, the controlling idea, and they fill out this whole organizer for you. Again, I'd be a little careful about looking at that ahead of time because it might be hard then to come up with your own ideas. So the next thing it tells you to do on this page is to brainstorm ideas to this prompt. Do you think Astra and Atlas are good detectives? First, draw a mind map in your interactive notebook to record your ideas. Use evidence from the text, The Mystery of the Spooky House, and Atlas's opinion writing exemplar to support your ideas. Then, once you have finished your brainstorming, decide on your opinion. Write your opinion as a sentence in your interactive notebook. Last, on your mind map, circle the 3 reasons you included, okay? So this is kind of an example of their mind map. I'll show you what I did on my mind map. So here's mine. I just found a cluster web that's a similar idea. So I wrote my opinion in the middle, and I said, Astra and Atlas are great detectives. You could even say, in my opinion, I think that Astra and Atlas are great detectives, to show some of those opinion words. So here are my reasons, some of my ideas. I said they're very curious and they love to solve mysteries. Again, I would need to back that up with details from the text, though, to support that idea. Astra is brave because she isn't afraid to go into the attic. Again, I would have to support that with my text evidence. They are eager to help their friend. They stay calm while they are investigating. They solved the case. And then Atlas brought his magnifying glass to investigate. So those are all my brainstorming ideas of why I think that they're great detectives. So then I would choose 3 of these to get me started for my reasons, okay? Then we're gonna go over to, here is your opinion organizer that looks just like the one you used last time. So I'm going to stop this lesson right here because it's getting a little lengthy, but this is then where you're going to start with your hook. Again, I have that bold beginning paper we'll share with you. So you can use state an opinion or belief. And here's some different bold beginning ideas that you can use to hook your reader. So we'll share that with you. Your controlling idea is going to have your 3 reasons. And then your topic sentence, for example, right here would be your first reason. So you could start it off with saying, the first reason, let's just do this one for you, and then I'll let you, and then I will do another lesson elaborating on this throughout the week. So at least you can get started without me giving you too many ideas. I would like you to make sure that you have your own unique ideas to share with this opinion piece. So let's start with the first reason that Astra and Atlas are good detectives is that, let me move this, they are brave. Okay. And then here I would then go with all of my details that support how they are brave. So this is where then I would need to go back to my text, and you don't need to write complete sentences here. Look, you can do these bullets. Let's see. Okay. And then I'm gonna type, see if that works. Let's see, and then I'll go back to this text box. That's kind of a big one. I should have used the smaller one maybe. Astra was the first person into the attic. Okay, so that's one of my reasons why she was brave. So then I would go on maybe and then list a few other details from the text to show why she was brave. And then don't forget, you need to kind of wrap up with a closing sentence that relates back to your topic sentence. So I hope that helps. That's gonna get you started. I will be sure to post another lesson continuing on with this graphic organizer, and then also helping you turn it into your final writing piece. Anyway, I hope that you guys have a great week of learning, and if you need us, we are certainly in Zoom rooms. We're here to help, so please reach out or write a discussion post if you need anything. And again, look for my next writing lesson. I'm gonna, let's see, get out of sharing my screen if I can. Stop my share. All right. Bye, guys. See you soon.